Next story. WashingtonPost.com. Alabama girl survives shooting, glad to have it behind her. Nino Brown.
3 to 4 minutes.
In the intensive care unit of a local hospital where she is recovering from 3 gunshot wounds to the torso, a 15-year-old high school sophomore has offered a strikingly clinical assessment of her own violent encounter, not as a random tragedy, but as a statistically probable, almost inevitable, event.
The girl, who is black and lives in a section of Mobile where concentrated poverty has hardened into a chronic public health crisis, was struck by bullets from a small caliber handgun late last week. She is expected to make a full recovery, a prognosis she greeted with a curious sense of finality and relief.
The likelihood of my being an A student, not pregnant and not a victim of street violence was 3 sigma improbable given my family's income, said the girl, who donned the cowl of anonymous coward due to her age. I hit the books pretty hard, and I don't really have time for boys, so I figured I would be shot eventually. I'm glad to have it behind me.
Her statement, delivered with a flat affect and a frank assessment of probability that belied her age, provides a stark glimpse into the mindset of youth raised in environments where the metrics of academic achievement and personal safety appear to operate in direct, improbable opposition to socio-economic reality.
The shooting occurred on a street corner 4 blocks from her home, in a neighborhood known to police for high rates of property crime and gang activity. While the circumstances of the shooting remain under investigation, the girl's focus was less on the assailant and more on the systemic factors that she believes guaranteed the outcome.
In highly distressed neighborhoods like the one the girl calls home, researchers often use multidimensional statistical models to correlate factors like educational attainment, household wealth, and exposure to violence. The girl's reference to a 3 sigma event, a term used in statistics to denote an outcome that falls more than 3 standard deviations from the mean, suggests she views her personal achievements as an anomaly that had to be balanced by the statistically common outcome of physical harm.
To her, surviving the attack was not a miracle but rather an administrative clearing of the books. With the expected violence now experienced and survived, she argues, the improbable part of her life, her push toward educational excellence, can proceed apace with fewer obstacles ahead. She sees the recovery from her injuries as the final stage of a statistical inevitability, allowing her to fully redirect her focus toward the otherwise improbable goal of high-level academic success.
The girl's mother, who works 2 jobs, said her daughter's phrasing, the statistical framing, the clinical detachment, was typical for her. She's always been like that, she said, standing outside the hospital room with folded arms. She studies crime statistics for fun. I told her she doesn't need to make everything a math problem, but she said mathematical models explain the world better than bromides.
Teachers at her magnet school describe her as a gifted student with a particular affinity for statistics and probability theory, a talent that has apparently shaped the way she understands even the pervasive crime and violence around her.
The shooting, which police believed was stray bullets from 2 nearby gangs exchanging gunfire, was the 17th recorded in the neighborhood this year. According to data from the non-profit Violence Policy Institute, adolescents in low-income southern zip codes face exponentially higher odds of being victims of gun violence than their peers in wealthier areas, a disparity that persists across racial and demographic lines.
Asked whether the shooting would change her plans, the teenager was matter-of-fact.
I've still got finals, she said. I'll probably take them from home if they let me. Getting shot wasn't on the schedule, but life goes on.